Hey, what's up guys, iMAT here, and today we have the AWEI H27 Smartwatch. It's a rounded smartwatch which comes with a very decent look and also an AMOLED display, and it is one of my favorite round-dial smartwatches that I reviewed recently. In this video I'm going to be sharing all of its features with you, but before we start, if you're new to the channel, a subscribe would be highly appreciated, and if you want to support my work, you can join the channel membership or join me on Patreon. So now let's go ahead and find out everything in it. So let's start from the box. Inside it, first of all we get the AWEI H27 Smartwatch, and after that we have the wireless charger inside it, and if we lift this up we get silicone straps and the user manual inside it. So let's take first look on the smartwatch. So here it is. To be honest, I am really impressed by the first look. It is looking quite good. So it is using a zinc alloy frame as advertised, and the dimensions are 51.5 into 46.5 with a thickness of 12 millimeters. We get a 1.43 inches AMOLED display, and as confirmed in the darkness, it is using a true AMOLED display and it won't emit light from the black areas in the dark. And the screen resolution is said to be 466 into 466, and overall the smoothness of the smartwatch is quite satisfactory, and the color, vibrancy and saturation of the display is also really good. Chipset it is using is DL7012, and the performance of the smartwatch is good. It is quite quick to respond to every touch, and overall I haven't faced any issue in it so far. Then on the body we get a crown key. It can also be clicked. After that we have a side key here, and on the back side we get the 22mm straps area. It is using removable straps. You can easily remove the straps and use any 22mm straps with it. Inside the box we get the silicone straps, and we have the leather straps here. I'm not 100% sure about the material. On the front it is using leather, while its back is also made of silicone, and overall this mixture is looking quite good. And here is how the smartwatch is looking on the wrist. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section below. Before we move further in the video, let's go ahead and take a look at all of the languages supported by it. So these were all of the languages supported by it. Then if you look at the UI, we have the control center. After that, from left to right and right to left we get the quick access applications, and from bottom to top we have the notifications. It also comes with several menu styles inside it. You can choose the one according to your preference. I prefer the list view because all of the applications have their name next to the icon, which makes it really easy to use. So it is using 14 built-in watch faces inside it. It has a lot of variety of pointer as well as digital watch faces. Other than these 14 built-in watch faces, you can also install a watch face from the dial market, and to use the dial market you will have to use the counterfeit application. And here we have the watch face gallery. It comes with a lot of watch faces inside it, and all of them are available for totally free. You can choose whichever one you want to install. There are many categories given here. After that we have the AI GC option, by which you can create a watch face using AI. For example, I'm gonna write a car here, and the style I'm gonna select is fantasy space. After that, tap on generate, and now it is generating watch face using AI. So it is done now, and here you can see that it has created a watch face using AI. You can either draw again or tap on generate the dial to create a watch face using it. Other than that, you can also go to custom face section. To use a picture from the gallery, you will have to tap here, then tap on custom background to select a picture from the gallery. Then you can either choose pointer dial for it or digital dial from here, and in the end you can choose to show the health functions on the custom watch face. Talking about the screen time, if you go to settings, here we have the raise to wake option, and here we have on screen time. It can be a maximum of 20 seconds, and after 20 seconds of inactivity on the home screen, the display is going to turn off. But in the settings you can scroll all the way down and choose the always on display option. So you can select the time from here, and if you use the always on display, then the display can stay on the watch face until the battery runs out. After that, if you go to settings, it also comes with this standby dial option. We have two options given here, one with the pointer clock and one with the digital clock. It comes with the raise to wake gesture to turn off the display, but the raise to wake gesture only works when you are not using the screen off dial. Using the watch application, you can also take many other advantages. First of all, we have the notification option here, and here we also have the other app option, which means even if an application isn't listed here, it can still send you the notifications for it. When you receive a new notification, it vibrates, and when you turn on the display, It shows a full screen prompt. It does support a little scrolling, but it does not support emojis. Here's how the notification center looks like, and it also comes with Bluetooth calling, using which you can go to the menu, and here we have the dial application where you can dial a number directly from the smartwatch. And not just that, you can also receive calls directly on it. It also shows the name of the caller without syncing the contacts. And here we have the mute call option. And not just that, after accepting, it has the option to adjust the sound level. Then we have the mute option. You can use this option to transfer the call to the smartphone and back to the smartwatch. And in the end, you can hang up the call from here. If you want to control the media playing on the device, then we have two options here. If you try to control the media playing on the device, it won't shift the sound from the smartphone to the smartwatch, and you can simply control the media playing on the device and even increase or decrease the volume level. Here we also get the transfer option, using which the sound will be transferred to the smartwatch, and then you can control the media playing on the device and the sound will also play on the smartwatch. And it's a great thing to have both of the options directly available in the smartwatch. Once your smartphone is connected with Bluetooth calling, you can also access voice assistant directly on it. How's the weather today? Other than that, we have many other options including the reminders, and we have the date and unit format. You can scroll down to turn on automatic heart rate monitoring. We have period tracker application for the females. Then you can use the smartwatch as a Bluetooth shutter button and click a picture by just tapping on the display. You can also sync your favorite contacts in the smartwatch and add up to 20 commonly used contacts. In the end, if you want to use the stock market option, you will have to log in first, and then you can access the stock market in the smartwatch. It also comes with the world clock application. You can add more cities from here. Then you can also attach Alipay with it. And in the end, we have the My Card and Receipt Code option, by which you can save QR codes of your payment or social profiles, and then later you can access the QR codes directly here, and anyone can scan it directly to access your social profile or your payment page. And since a lot of you ask, yes, the application can sync with Apple Health, you need to go to the settings and turn on the Apple Health option. Other than that, we also have the user profile section here. And if you use the Apple Shortcuts application, then yes, the smartwatch can be used as an NFC tag. First of all, we have the activity tab here, which stores all of your pedometer data. So let me quickly take a few steps in the room and test out the pedometer. So I'm back now, and as far as I have checked, the pedometer is working absolutely fine. It also comes with a lot of sport modes here, and you can directly start any of them. It does not allow you to customize the time, calories or distance target. While the sport mode is running, you cannot control the media playing on the device. You can press the crown key to exit it, and in the record application, it stores all of the sports mode data. After that, we get the heart rate, stress, blood pressure and blood oxygen level checker, and if you use any of them on the table, it has given the error, please wear the watch and try again, which means the smartwatch comes with weight detection and will only measure the data when it detects your skin at the back. So now let's compare the values with oximeter. This is the correct place to use the smartwatch while measuring the heartbeat, and as far as I have checked, the values are quite similar and the smartwatch has passed the oximeter test. Then we get the sleep tracker in the smartwatch. We have the breathing exercise here. You can tap here to change the speed and tap here to set the time. After that, you can tap here to start the breath training. After the 3 seconds timer, it's going to start it. You can also add alarms directly in the smartwatch. Let's go ahead and set an alarm. You can also select the days if you want to repeat it. Now let's wait for it to ring. Here's how the alarm is shown. It also gets the close and the snooze option here. After that, we get the calendar here, and you can also access the calendar for the upcoming and the previous months. After connecting the smartwatch with the phone application, you can also sync the weather data. It also shows a lot of information and the weather for the upcoming days. Then we get the stopwatch here. Let's start it. You can tap here to add as many laps as you want. While the stopwatch is running, you can tap here to take a look at all of the laps, and as far as I have checked, you cannot go back while using the stopwatch. The timer application does not have predefined times. You will have to set the time manually, and when the timer ends, it starts to vibrate, but it does not ring. In the end, we have the calculator application with the basic functionalities like multiplication, division, subtraction and addition. And these were all of the applications in the AWEI H27 Smartwatch. In the end, if we talk about the battery life, it is advertised to come with a battery capacity of 300 mAh, which can be charged using a wireless charger provided in the box. And they have mentioned that it can provide you with 10 to 20 days on standby and has a talk time of 10 hours. Unfortunately, there is no way to tell the exact battery percentage, so I cannot share the drainage test. But as far as I have checked, before starting this video, it was showing 60%. I completed half of the video, then I went out and came back after around 2 hours, and it is still showing 60%. According to that, the battery looks good. So guys, this will be all from today's video and from the AWEI H27 Smartwatch. What do you think about it? I really like it. It comes with the always on display option, has reliable sensors, as a working pedometer, and not just that, it comes with a lot of watch faces and the watch application is one of my favorites. If you would like to place an order, I'm gonna be leaving its link in the description box below, and I would really appreciate if you can use that link to purchase the smartwatch. For more videos like this, you can visit the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, and if you want to support my work, you can join the channel membership or join me on Patreon. I will catch you in the next one. Until next time, this is iMAT. Peace.